What's up you guys? Welcome back to Geek in the Closet. So recently I got myself hooked on to creating dioramas, obviously inspired by big names such as Bob the Odd, Elf figures, Mechbay, and of course our local legend Zeman Zafrin of ALDIO Studios. So this video is basically to show you what I actually came up with, and this is gonna be this is basically my first magnetized diorama ever that I actually came up with. And if you actually have seen elf figures videos, you will be able to see some noticeable similarities to the inside of this particular diorama, because this is basically inspired by him. This is yeah, I got inspired by him for his abandoned loft diorama. So this is actually very similar to that. So now, without further ado, let's have a closer look at the diorama. So now, initially when I was actually creating this diorama, I did not think about a storefront, but however, as time went by, I was thinking, you know, why not just extend it to the front as well. So basically this is the front of the diorama, and as you can see, I've actually created this store sign right here that says Arkham and Sons right there as a dedication to, of course, Batman, as I am a very big fan of the Dark Knight. Hence I created the store name Arkham and Sons right there. It is basically painted with acrylic paints, a mixture of black and gray and white and brown, and you name it, everything is in there. As you can see, the texturing on the walls and on the bricks on the inside and everything are actually textured by using this putty filler thingy majiggy, where basically we use to fill up gaps and everything on our walls at home. So I actually utilize that to create the texturing. And one of the other reasons for me using that is because I'm not actually using pink foam. This is actually a thinner, much more less dense foam. So I have to use this putty filler thing to prevent it from melting sometimes, if let's say if I'm using glue or whatsoever. As you can see, that's the white that I did not cover up so far. And just for the storefront itself, this particular wall right here, this white part right here, it's actually magnetized right there. As you can see, it's able to be removed like so, to give it a just to give me options, you know. If let's say if I just want a plain particular wall like so, I can actually remove this part right here. So I'm actually trying to make it as, how do you say, transformable as possible. Now here's a look at the inside of the diorama itself. It can pass off as an abandoned lot, and as you can see, the ground is actually sculpted individually to give it that wooden look right there. Basically it's just yeah, it's basically carved out and whatsoever. As you can see, unfortunately there are actually still a little bit of white right there, due to the fact that when I was priming it, I'm actually using spray paint. So something to note, if you're actually using this particular foam and if you're using spray paint, this is exactly what I mean when I said I had to use the putty filler, because it actually eats through my foam right there, and that is actually horrible. And but oh well, I can still touch it up, not a big problem. It's not a big problem at all. And on the walls and the inside, brick walls and everything, it's actually painted with more acrylic paint. I've actually included like a little bit of green right there to give it that old fungus kind of look to it. Cracks and whatsoever are there as well. Windows, this is actually made from popsicle sticks. I actually had to slice them up together by using an X-Acto knife, and then kind of like you know, just fix them to the wall like so. It's basically at the back, and then this particular glass look to it. It's actually just, you know, the plastic, the transparent plastic where you use to cover up books to protect it. Yeah, that's what I'm using. That's what I used, I mean. And then basically just a mixture of white and gray paint to give it that old look to it. And just to give you an idea on how I fixed it together, this is how it looks in the back. I did not do anything to this part yet. Maybe I will have future plans of actually extending it like so, like right here or something. No plans whatsoever for this section yet so far. So as you can see, this gray part right here is the putty filler that I was using. Yep, for the whole entire diorama, and it's actually quite hard. Yeah, as it hardens, as it dries up, like so. And on this side, I actually decided to create this broken wall look on this side, on this area of the wall right here, still similarly painted as the rest of the walls right here. Now something I actually created, it is actually this this Rubble, this mini diorama, this mini Rubble prop right here. It's actually removable like so. As you can see, nothing much going on at the bottom or whatsoever. It's just a basic prop like this. Now the reason the reason for me to create this Rubble piece right here is actually a very funny one, because it took me so long to create all this wood grains, and it was really difficult for me to want to kind of like stick any broken bricks on it. So I actually decided to create this Rubble piece so that I do not have to stick anything on my wood grain right there. Oh, my beautiful wood grain. Oh, you know. So yeah, this Rubble look right here, I had to Google some images of how does bricks actually look like once they actually crumble down, like so. Hence this is the look. This is basically the look that I got. It can still be improved probably in future, but yeah, we'll see. So the future plans are I'm actually definitely gonna, as mentioned earlier, I'm going to extend a walkway, probably like a war-torn, whatchamacallit, a road which is war-torn or something like that, out right here. And on the back is basically the alleyway that I'm going to do. So on the back, it's basically the same thing once again. You can actually see the paint and everything on the bricks, like so, a little bit of green and whatsoever. And I've actually included the word anarchy over there, dedication to Batman once again. Now, in addition to this diorama, I was actually creating some beams as well to actually be placed on the inside of the diorama. However, I have not magnetized them yet, but basically this is how it looks like. Probably I will be able to add some power outlets probably right here with some access foam and whatsoever. And yeah, so I have two of these beams which can actually be placed on anywhere inside. Probably I'll magnetize them at the bottom right here and then just stick them to the floor. Now, if actually you've noticed that piece of cement looking thing right here, this is actually a failure because the thing is, this is the price of not planning before you create a diorama. I was actually supposed to create a ceiling piece which will definitely is supposed to extend from here all the way to here, magnetizing the two corners so that it'll be actually suspended like so. Unfortunately, this thing is too tiny, and yeah, I'll probably be able to fix it like that, but I think I would prefer for it to be a little bit bigger than normal. So yeah. Oh, I think I did not mention I've actually used Mod Podge to seal the acrylic paint. Just for your information, the matte one and not the glossy one or whatsoever. So yeah, I mean this diorama right here has actually a lot of problems, but definitely in my opinion has the potential to improve so much, and this is basically a learning process for me. First diorama, once again, this is my first diorama, first magnetized diorama anyway. So future, once again to recap, the future plans of this diorama is basically to extend the front, to extend the back. The reason for me to utilize the same diorama is because I don't like to create different dioramas. I like to create one and then make it a huge, enormous one. So I have not actually planned that out yet. Probably I'll do the front first, and then I will do the alleyway right here, and then I'll probably do another wall right here as well, or a taller building like so, you know. Yeah, that would be awesome, and that will probably take me years to accomplish with the lack of expertise of mine right here. So to basically let you know of all the magnetized areas right here, allow me to just disassemble this diorama for you. So it's magnetized right there. One is right here and at the bottom as well, right there. Now as you can see, you will not be able to see any of the magnets because I actually prefer to cover them up with the putty, but it's definitely in there. As you can see, that round shape over here and one more over there. So I covered it up with putty so you wouldn't be able to see any of the magnets. This is because especially for this part right here, if I would actually want it to stand alone or whatsoever, I can actually do so because you won't be able to see the magnets. However, it's right there. So you can see that round shape. Yep, there you go. That's actually where the magnet is. And yep, I think for this piece is definitely just that. And then I have this piece right here. Oops, this one tumbling down like so. The magnet is hidden once again on the wall, inside the wall somewhere. I can't even remember. There it is. The magnet is right there, and it's actually covered with the filler once again, and on the bottom as well. And this one over there, and one in the middle. Behind this wall right here, and that's it. That's how it looks when it's collapsed like so. So once again, I would like to mention that I am not a professional diorama maker, but I'm actually still learning, and I'm really getting interested in as I actually go along, creating smaller things and whatsoever, learning every step of the way by looking at L figures and all of those other awesome diorama creators and whatsoever. So definitely in future you will be seeing the extension of this particular diorama right here. Probably I will create some props and whatsoever first, as it actually is less time consuming. And please do let me know if you have any suggestions to actually make it even better. I'm all ears. I would love to hear any of your suggestions, or if you have any questions regarding this particular diorama, just leave a comment and I would definitely try to answer those questions. So that's it, guys. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.